What are First Amendment auditors? First, let's examine what the First Amendment is. The First Amendment of the United States Constitution is part of the Bill of Rights, ratified in 1791, and it guarantees several fundamental freedoms that are essential to a democratic society. The core protections provided by the First Amendment include: 1. Freedom of speech. This protects individuals' rights to express their opinions and ideas without government interference or censorship. It covers spoken, written, and symbolic speech, allowing for a wide range of expression. 2. Freedom of the press. The First Amendment ensures that the press can operate independently, reporting on government actions, policies, and other matters of public concern without fear of government censorship or reprisal. 3. Freedom of religion. This clause has two key aspects. O, the Establishment Clause. It prevents the government from establishing an official religion or favoring one religion over another. O, the Free Exercise Clause. It protects individuals' rights to practice their religion freely without government interference. 4. Freedom of assembly. The right to gather peacefully, such as in protests, rallies, or public meetings, is protected under the First Amendment. It allows citizens to come together to express their collective views and grievances. 5. Right to petition the government. Citizens have the right to petition the government to address grievances or request changes in policies, laws, or practices. This can be done through petitions, letters, or lobbying. In essence, the First Amendment serves to protect individual liberties and to limit government power over the personal and political freedoms of American citizens. It is a cornerstone of democracy in the United States, fostering open dialogue and ensuring that citizens can speak out against the government and express diverse viewpoints. For further information, you can read the full text of the First Amendment in the U.S. Constitution or visit sites like the National Constitution Center. What are First Amendment auditors? First Amendment auditors are individuals or groups who test the liberties of First Amendment rights, particularly focusing on freedom of speech, freedom of the press, and the right to record in public spaces. They often film interactions with government officials, law enforcement, or in public places such as post offices, government buildings, or police stations to see if their right to record is respected. Their goal is to ensure public officials respect the First Amendment, especially the right to record in areas where people have no reasonable expectation of privacy. If authorities try to stop them, confront them, or violate their rights, they may post the footage online to raise awareness or file lawsuits. While First Amendment audits aim to promote transparency and accountability, they can also lead to confrontations, especially when officials or bystanders are unfamiliar with the legality of recording in public spaces. Some view these audits as a form of activism, while others may see them as disruptive or provocative. Challenging misconceptions. Many people, including government officials, often misunderstand the scope of the First Amendment. Auditors challenge these misconceptions by testing whether officials understand the rights of citizens to film and gather information in public spaces. Encouraging legal precedents. Through their audits, some auditors have been involved in legal cases that reinforce First Amendment rights. Lawsuits stemming from improper arrests or confrontations during audits have led to court rulings that further protect the public's right to record. Overall, while some view their methods as confrontational, First Amendment auditors are often seen as essential to ensuring that the public remains informed and that Governmental powers remain checked through peaceful, lawful means. Their activism has even resulted in broader public discussions about civil liberties and police accountability. First Amendment auditors began gaining popularity around the early 2010s, but their visibility and impact significantly increased in the mid 2010s, particularly with the rise of social media platforms like YouTube. These platforms allowed auditors to post videos of their interactions with law enforcement and government officials, often leading to viral content that garnered widespread attention. A few key factors contributed to their growing popularity: social media and video sharing platforms. YouTube and other social media platforms provided a stage for auditors to share their encounters with a large audience. These videos often feature confrontations with public officials, and some gain significant attention for highlighting moments where officials overstep their bounds. This visibility gave rise to a larger community of auditors and viewers interested in civil rights and government accountability. Increased focus on civil liberties. The broader national conversation around civil liberties, police accountability, and transparency, particularly after events like the Occupy Wall Street movement and high profile incidents involving law enforcement, created a climate where First Amendment audits resonated with a wide audience. The increased scrutiny on police behavior in the aftermath of events like the 2014 Ferguson protests also fed into the auditor's mission: legal victories and media attention. Some auditors have been involved in high profile legal cases that resulted in court decisions affirming the right to record public officials in the course of their duties. These victories provide validation to the movement and increased its popularity as they reinforce the legality of First Amendment audits. The combination of these factors allowed First Amendment auditing to transition from a niche activism movement into a more mainstream phenomenon, particularly as videos continue to attract millions of views, sparking debate and awareness about civil rights in everyday interactions with government employees. Why are public auditors important? Public audits, especially First Amendment audits, play a vital role in promoting transparency, accountability, and civic engagement in democratic societies. Here are several reasons why public audits are important. Government accountability. Public audits help ensure that government officials and agencies are held accountable for their actions. By scrutinizing how public employees and law enforcement officers interact with the public, auditors help reveal potential abuses of power or violations of rights. This encourages better behavior from public officials who know they are being watched. Protection of constitutional rights. Auditors actively test and defend First Amendment rights, particularly the right to free speech and the right to record in public spaces. These rights are crucial for maintaining a free press and ensuring that the public can document and report on government activities without fear of censorship or retaliation. Three, increased public awareness. By conducting audits and sharing their experiences, auditors raise awareness about the rights of citizens when dealing with government authorities. This educates people on their legal rights, such as the right to film in public spaces or engage in peaceful protest, which helps prevent government overreach. Four, transparency in government operations. Public audits offer an opportunity to make government operations more transparent. When auditors film interactions in government buildings or public spaces, they often expose inefficiencies, or problematic policies that the public might otherwise be unaware of. This transparency is key to fostering trust between the government and the public. 5. Legal precedents and reforms. Audits sometimes lead to legal challenges when auditors face unlawful arrests or rights violations. These cases can result in court rulings that further protect constitutional rights and clarify legal boundaries for both citizens and government officials, leading to broader reforms. 6. Empowerment of citizens. Public audits empower everyday citizens to exercise their rights and take part in ensuring a functioning democracy. They encourage more people to be active participants in overseeing government actions rather than passively relying on the government or the media to act as watchdogs. Public audits, therefore, serve as a grassroots mechanism to safeguard freedoms and improve the relationship between citizens and their government. What to know before becoming a public auditor? If you're considering becoming a First Amendment auditor, there are several important factors to be aware of. 1. Know your rights. First Amendment rights. Ensure you understand your constitutional rights, particularly freedom of speech, the press, and the right to record in public. Courts have upheld the right to film in public spaces, especially when public officials are performing their duties. State laws. While the First Amendment is a federal law, individual states may have specific laws regarding filming privacy and public access to government buildings. Research these laws before conducting an audit. 2. Familiarize yourself with public and private property distinctions. Public spaces. Auditors can generally film in places like sidewalks, parks, government buildings, such as post offices or courthouses, and police stations' lobbies. However, there are limitations, such as filming in restricted areas or inside courtrooms without permission. Private property. Auditing on private property without permission can lead to trespassing charges. Always make sure the area you're auditing is legally considered a public space. Maintain professionalism and non hostility. Calm and respectful demeanor. While some auditors engage in confrontational tactics, it's essential to remain calm, respectful, and professional during audits. Escalating a situation can lead to unnecessary legal trouble or violence. Avoid harassment. While recording, do not harass, provoke, or incite public officials or bystanders. Your role is to ensure that rights are respected, not to disrupt or antagonize. Be prepared for confrontations. Interactions with authorities. Be ready for challenges from public officials or law enforcement, as many may not be fully aware of First Amendment rights or may feel uncomfortable being recorded. Prepare yourself for conversations about your legal rights, but avoid physical confrontations or escalating situations. Risk of arrest. Even though filming in public is a protected right, there have been instances where auditors are detained or arrested, especially if authorities misunderstand the law. Understanding how to handle these situations is crucial, and having legal support, such as contacting a lawyer, may be necessary. Recording equipment. Quality of equipment. Invest in reliable recording equipment, such as cameras or smartphones with good audio and video quality. This ensures you capture clear evidence in case of disputes and makes your audit more effective. Backup footage. Consider live streaming or backing up your footage in real time to avoid loss of evidence in case your equipment is confiscated or destroyed. 6. Know your legal protections. Qualified immunity. Public officials particularly law enforcement officers, may try to justify their actions based on qualified immunity, which protects government workers from personal liability unless they violate clearly established rights. Understanding how this doctrine works can help you navigate legal disputes if your rights are violated. Seek legal counsel. It's wise to consult with or have access to a lawyer experienced in civil rights cases. If you're wrongly detained, arrested, or harassed, legal action might be necessary to affirm your rights. 7. Public reception. Positive and negative reactions. Not everyone will support your audits. While some may see it as a legitimate exercise of rights, others might view it as disruptive or provocative. Be prepared for varying reactions from the public and government officials. 8. Legal precedents and cases. Familiarity with court rulings. Several court cases have established the right to record in public, such as Glick v. Cuniff, 2011, where the First Circuit Court of Appeals affirmed that recording public officials is a First Amendment protected activity. Knowing these precedents can help you defend your rights if challenged. 9. Post-audit impact. Publicizing audits. Many auditors share their footage online, particularly on platforms like YouTube, to bring awareness to civil rights issues. Ensure that the content you post follows platform guidelines to avoid removal or demonetization. 10. Consider the purpose. Why are you auditing? Ensure your goal is to promote transparency, education, and accountability, not to harass or provoke for the sake of viral content. Audits that prioritize genuine civic engagement tend to be more impactful and well received. In summary, being well prepared, knowledgeable, and professional can help ensure your success as a First Amendment auditor while minimizing risks. Understanding the legal landscape and maintaining a respectful, non hostile approach are key to conducting effective audits. Overall, I truly appreciate the efforts of First Amendment auditors and journalists for ensuring that the government respects and upholds our rights.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. Period. She said it.